Right guys, now you're all warmed up, we're going to take you through a strength session. So obviously we can't get in the gym at the moment, so I'm going to show you how to have a great workout just using bands. So I'm going to be the trainer, Deb's going to be the client, and we're going to take you through this workout, okay? So if you can grab your red band for me, or the black one, it's up to you, but you might want to see how tough it is first anyway. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to loop the band in two, so create a figure of 8, so you've got it like this. So now you're going to put it around your feet for me, and then feet a little bit wider. So you've got two options here. If you drop both the bands for me, you can just deadlift with one band for me, so grab one. So you can just deadlift with one band like so, and if you want to make it a bit tougher, you can grab both. So if you can grab both for me now. Well done. And then if you want to make it even tougher, you can swap the band or put your feet a little bit wider. So now we're going to go into the exercises. So I'm going to turn them to the side so you can face that. So what we're going to do first, and we'll do it together, we're going to do 20 repetitions. So remember, all the shoulders back and back nice and straight. So Deb's going to use both, and we're going to do 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down for me now. So coming up, so all the way up, squeeze your hamstring, squeeze your bum, and back down again. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to do 20, so this is real time, so I want you to do it along with her. And we're going to do 10 more, so we're halfway now. You should be feeling it in your hamstrings, you should be feeling it in your bum and your lower back a little bit. So we've got 7 of these left now. All from the hip. Last one. And drop it down and shake it out there. So you've got 30 seconds now. If you want to get a drink, get a drink. If not, I just want you jogging on the spot and keep yourself moving for me. Wait 20 more seconds, then we're going to get back into position. And this time we're going to do 15 reps. So if you want to use a heavier band, you might as well grab it now. There you go. So, same again, so double it up for me, that's it. And remember, you can use 1 or 2 here. So, we're going again to the same tempo, 2 and 2 again for me. So, go for it. All the way up. If you need to drop one, just drop one. So, up, well done. And back down again. Six left. And last one, and then we're going to shake it out again. And relax in there, drop it down, and jogging on the spot for me. How was that? Good. So, which band do you want to use for the next 15? So we've got 15 more seconds, and then we're going to get you set back up. So this time we're going to do another set of 15, but we're going to do 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, and then I've got a treat for you for the last round. So let's get back set up. So doubling it up again. So 3 and 3 this time, 10 reps. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 15 reps, sorry. Just press the side button. Two more. One more. And relax. Right, 30 seconds. So in this last one, we're going to get into the same position, but you're going to do as many reps as you can do in 60 seconds, but make sure you come up nice and tall and pause at the top. So, in position for me. So you do as many as you can, still with good form, still nice and safe. Make sure you lock out nice and tall at the top. So 60 seconds, as many as you can, so 1 second up, 1 second down. Let's go. All in the hips. Just stick your bum up. Good. Good. Halfway. Anything. Good. Last 15 seconds. Two more. One more. Relax. Grab a drink for me. Keep chucking my bowl, just slide it underneath. So, next up we're going to be doing some rows. So, if I can have you on your bottoms for me. And if you want to go at slight angles, so what you're going to do is we're going to get the band like so. So on its full length, you're going to stick it around the bottom of your feet and you're going to grab the handles for me. So we're going to do 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out again. You want to be up nice and tall and you want to pull these in as far as you can up to your ribs. So 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, and we're going to start with 20 reps here for me. So if you want to start for me, so big pull, elbows in, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure you're pulling your shoulder blades together. You've got to make sure you've got something on your feet because the bands aren't very comfortable if you're going to be barefoot at home. And then the same again with your hands, they're not the most comfy things to hold. So if you've got some gloves, then wear them as well. Good. We've got 10 more to go. Because we can't use big heavy weights at home, we're slowing it down, we're focusing on good form, and we're bringing the reps a little bit higher than we normally do. You'll be burning, don't worry. And just one more for me. And put the bands down a second. So we're just going to wait 30 seconds and then we're going to go into single arm rows in a second. So make sure that's in the right position on your feet. So we're doing 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out again, but you're going to do one arm at a time. So we're going to do 15 reps on one side and then 15 reps on the other. With this one you might be strong enough to use another band. So we're going to start there for me now. So just focusing on one arm now. So what you can do to make it a little bit easier or a little bit tougher is if Deb pulls this round a little bit further and then only allows herself a smaller amount this side, that will make it a bit harder. Just make sure you have it even when you swap over sides. You can make it easier. So we're aiming for around 15 reps now. Five more. Everything's just nice and controlled. Swap it over there. So shake it out if you need to. There we go. Same again, you want to be pulling those shoulder blades back and together. Should be feeling this forearms, biceps, and then all across your upper back. So, last 5. You don't have to do this sat on the floor, you can do it sat in a chair if you can't get down on the ground, that's no problem at all. And relax in there. You're going to relax out that one, have a little sip of your drink if you want. Just give your arms a little rest. So the next one is another tough one. What we're going to do with this one is we're going to get into the same position and then you're going to bring one side up into half partial bicep curl. You're going to hold it there, so that's going to keep the bicep contracted. So Deb, if you want to bring one side up into a bicep curl and hold it there. So Deb's going to hold that there, we're going to come out to 90 degrees, about there, and then you're going to do your rows on that side now for me. So if you could row in there for me, we're going to do 10 nice controlled ones again. Her arms will be properly hanging off, I imagine. That's it, so we'll go near full extension and back in again. You'll be amazed how effective this is. And relax out that one. Bring the other arm into that bicep curl position. And hold it there. And then 10 rows on that side again for me. If you haven't got gloves on, you can grab some for the next one. Because it's not very comfortable. In there, so I'm going to give you a whole 30 seconds rest this time because the last one we're going to do a bit of a burnout. So on this one, don't worry about pausing, don't even really worry about control, just keep it good form. We're going all the way in, all the way out, all the way in, all the way out, as many as you can do in 60 seconds or until your arms give up, whatever one comes first. So let's find out how far Deb gets. Make sure they're nice and even, and you're as comfortable as possible in your hands, and all the way out, into the ribs, all the way out, go, that's it. squeeze at the top. Drive the elbow down and back. Because Deb's not very tall, if she fully extends her arms, they go floppy. So you need longer legs for this exercise. Last 10 seconds, so speed it up for me. Quick. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So let us know in the comments how far you managed to get with that one. So give your arms a few seconds. So the next bit is we're going to go into a little core part. So we're going to be doing this in plank position. So there's a number of ways to do a plank. You guys already know that, but we will take you through a couple of them. So we're going to do a normal plank for this first one. We're going to do 40 seconds, and we're just going to do a straight arm plank. So if you want to do it from the side, so let's see side profile on that. So you want your hands underneath your shoulders for this one. You want to come out into a fully extended position there. And you want a nice straight line from your ankles, through your hips, through your shoulders. And we're going to hold it there. So something you can imagine doing is pulling your hands towards your feet, but without moving your body position. So if you do that there, if you pull your hands in towards your feet, you'll feel your tummy contract a little bit harder. So hold it there for me. We've got another 20 seconds here. What you want to be mindful of your hips not dropping too far and maintaining that nice straight line. You can do this on your knees, as you know, and you can do this on your forearms if you need to. But if you can only hold this for 10 seconds, then do that, have a little break, and then come back up into this position. So then bring your knees down for me. So now we're going to have 30 seconds down, and I'll explain the next one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a walkout. So you can do this on your knees, or you can do it in a full plank position. So if we get Deb to do it on her knees first, so a kneeling plank. So you still need hands underneath the shoulders to start, knees, hips and shoulders all in a line, and then we're going to walk her hands out. So walking your hands out as far as you can get them, and then back again. So if you guys want to copy, and out again, and you'll feel this in your tummy. And now if you come into a full plank position, and now we're going to do that again. So walking out, and coming back there. Deb's already done a workout today, so this will be pretty challenging. And we've got 10 seconds left, so one more out and back for me. And relaxing there. Well, how's that? Okay, so the next one, so we've done a normal plank for 40 seconds, we've done your walkout planks, we're going to do one more now for me, and we're going to come into a plank position, so into your full plank position again, and then what Deb's going to do is she's just going to lift one leg up at a time, so if you shuffle forward, go to the end of the mat, that's it, she's just going to lift one leg at a time, that's it, and the other side. So keep everything else nice and tight and braced, and we're going to keep the hips as still as you can, and then we're just lifting one foot at a time for me. So keeping the hands underneath the shoulders. Very good. And we've got 25 more seconds here, and we're going to go back into a strength exercise. 10 more seconds. So you can do this on your knees, it's not as comfortable, but you just lift one knee off the ground at a time. Alternatively, you can bring it into a reach. So Deb, if you could come down onto your knees, back into a plank position just to demonstrate this one. So kneeling plank position, so bring your hips down again, and just reach out to the front, one arm at a time, and then try not to move your hips. So this is if you can't do that marching one. Relax in there for me, Deb. Grab a drink. And then we're going to go into a strength exercise. Warming up, warming up. Cool, so we're going to do some squats next. So we're going to do 4 squat exercises. So as you've noticed, this has been 4 rounds of everything so far. So grab a red band. You might be able to do this with the stronger band, and as we go on in time we'll show you different ones. So what you're going to do is you're going to get it in a big loop and loop it underneath your foot. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into a front squat position here. So if you want to get your hands underneath it. So we're going into this position here, and then we're going to perform 20 squats for me. So if you just follow along now, you're in position. So 20 squats for me. So you know the drill. Keep your elbows up, keep your head up, keep your chest up, sticking your bum out, and we're aiming for up to 90 degrees down here. Try and get your hip crease in line with your knees. And we're going to do 10 more of these for me, and then we're going to get into the next position. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it from a front squat, we're going to go into a goblet squat. So what you want to do is you want to grab it like so, and you're going to bring your hands up to your chest, so like if we was to use a kettlebell. And then what you can do is you can make this harder and easier by how much tension you pull this up now. So you're going to hold it in front of your chest, and I would like another 20 squats for me, please. So maintaining that strong position. Don't worry about what the band's doing here around your knees. Keeping it tight, keeping it tall. 20 seconds, 20 reps, sorry. Halfway. Don't worry if you don't do the full 20. And obviously you can pause this if you need to at any point and then resume. Well done. And drop it down there. I'll give you 30 seconds on this one, so relax out there. Also, to make it a bit harder, is you can bring your legs out a bit further, or you can use the other band. So, you alright? So, we're not giving dead many breaks here, so if you want to take a break at any time, just press the pause button. So, what we're going to be going into next, so we've got loads of ways to make this harder and easier, with or without using big weights. So this time we're going to use some pauses. So far we've used some tempos, slowing the exercise down, and now we're going to use some pauses. So we're going to pause at the bottom of the exercise this time. So with this you can come into that goblet squat position or the front squat. There are ways where you can put it over your neck, but we'll do that another time. So holding it up in front of your chest, and we're going to pause at the bottom for 2 seconds, okay? So we're going to do 20 reps again, but we're going to pause at the bottom. So holding it nice and tight, squatting down for me, nice and controlled. 1, 2, and coming back up. So keeping that tight there. 1, 2, up, down, stop, and up. Coming down, stop, 1, 2, and coming up. Well done. So it's going to be 20 reps all together. And then same as the rows, we're going to finish with a little tree again. And one more. And drop it down there and relax. So the next one, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine you're in a room where you can't stand all the way up. So you're not going to lock your knees out at the top. So let's get you in position now. So we're going to come back up, front squat or goblet, your choice, it's completely up to you. That's it. Deb's going to use the front rack position. So what she's going to do is she's going to squat down, and you're going to imagine you can only come up so high, so coming up and back down again. That's it. So we're going to do 20 of these. And now I'm going to be quicker. Come on, let's go. 20, 19. Your legs will be properly on fire by now. She loves to swear at me, but she's not that. And 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Grab a drink, shake your legs out a bit. So, for the next one we're going to do a bit of a different exercise, one we haven't done in the gym before. It's a great core exercise, but it actually works nearly every muscle group as well. And then we're going to do a little finisher for you, and then that's the end of your first strength workout. So what we're going to be doing is called a square crawl. So we're going to get Deb down onto her hands and knees here. So once again, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then what you're going to do from here, so this is a tough one, we will have alternatives for you. So you're going to bring your knees literally an inch or two off the ground. And you see there, we're going to hold it in that position. So you're going to imagine you're in a square now. So Deb's in the bottom corner, she's going to go forward 6, 7, 8 inches, that's it, and stop there. Then she's going to come across, that's it, well done, I'll get out of the way. And now she's going to come back, and across again. And we're going to do this for a minute. That's it, well done. So bear in mind, your arms already knackered, your legs already knackered. That's it, well done. Go forward again. How does it feel? Good. Going across. And coming back. And coming across. Get them knees down. And coming forward. And relaxing there. Really hard work. Glad I'm not doing it. So, we're going to wait 30 seconds. We're going to do that 2 more times. So, if you have any trouble with this at all, go into some leg raises, go into some sit-ups, some twists. Just do any alternative core exercise while we're doing this, okay? So, we're going to get ready to go again. So we're going to do 2 times around this square. Don't worry about timings too much. So, go for it. So, knees an inch off the ground. Lots of little steps. That's it, well done. And coming back. And coming across. If you've only got a little room or a little amount of space to do this, you can just do the exact same thing and you don't have to move very much. Coming back, coming across, and forward, and relax. See, that only took 30 seconds. So we're going to wait 30 seconds and then we're going to do it once more, and then we've got our finisher. And good workout. Last one, you ready? Let's go. Nearly there, team, and then we've got a little finisher, and we're all done. Coming back. Make the box small. Back. And across. And relax. Well done. We're going to have another little break, just 30 seconds. Remember, you can pause this if you want to have a little bit more break, that's absolutely fine. So next up, we're going to do a 40-second wall sit. If you haven't got a wall to do it on, just hold the squat position. Hold it there for the 40 seconds for me. Then we're going to do some mountain climbers, which we might vary up a little bit. And then we're going to go into a side plank. And if you can't hold a side plank, then we're going to do some leg raises instead, okay? So, Deb, if I could have you against the wall, we're going to start off here, and we're going to do 40 seconds, okay? So what you want to do is you want to have your knees in line with your ankles. You want a nice 90-degree angle. And if you had a cup of tea and you put it on your thigh, you don't want it to fall off, okay? So you're going to sit back, try and take your mind off it a little bit if your legs are tired already. So, 15 more seconds, and then we're going to come straight down into some mountain climbers here. So with the finisher, there's no breaks, we just keep this going. So coming straight over. So for mountain climbers, we're going to come into that plank position now. So coming down. Once again, hands underneath the shoulders, nice straight line, lock the hips, and then it's all in the knees. So bringing the knees in towards the chest. So you can do it like this, or you can do it one leg at a time. So we've got 3 rounds of this, so I'll show you some different variations to this one. And from here we're now going to go into a side plank. So if we can go into a full side plank for me, so come on down. So you're going to hold this here for 40 seconds. You can put your hand on your hips, you can put your hand out in front of you because this is a tough exercise, especially when you're already tired. So we've got another 20 seconds here if you can. You can, if you want, bend your bottom leg, so bring your bottom leg down to 90 degrees. So bring it up towards your bum. That's it. Well done. And bring your hips back down. So you can do it like this as well. That's it. Well done. So coming up now, we're going to go straight back into that wall sit for me, please. So 40 seconds here again, back into that strong position. So to take the mind off it a bit, you can do some punches to the front. Well done, keep it moving. You do 20 more seconds. Like I said, if you haven't got a wall, you can do this in a squat position, still punch out to the front. 5 more seconds. And coming down again. So this time we're going to get into that mountain climber position again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come across the body this time. So you're going to bring the knee in and come across your body. So you can do it one at a time like this, or you can speed it up a bit like on the first one. So switching it over like so. You'll really feel this in your sides. 10 more seconds now, and then we're going to do the other side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax into the other side plank. That's it. So remember, you can do it all the way up like this, or you can bring your bottom knee down. So if you want to bring your bottom knee down for me, that's it, well done. This will make it a little bit easier for you. There are ways to make this tougher, but we'll save that for another time. Last 10 seconds now, and then we've got one more round, team, and we're all done. And coming up there for me, back onto the wall, last 3, and we are all done. So back into position, let's have some punches for me. 40 seconds. So to make this a bit easier, you can bring yourself a little bit higher up on the wall. And then the lower you go, the harder it is, so bring it down a bit. That's spot on there. Try not to get stuck and slide down the wall if you can help it. We've got 12 more seconds, that's all. And we're going to come down now for the last mountain climbers. And then I want you to bring your knee out and round to the side. So here's the last version of mountain climbers, so strong position again, and you're going to bring your knee out and round to the side of your body like this, so try and bring your knee right round, touch your elbow, but it doesn't matter, just get it as close as you can. If you need to have a break at any time. 10 more seconds. Last one. And on your bottom form it, we're going to finish with some twists. You can have your feet up, you can have your feet down. We're going to do anywhere up to a minute, but you won't last that long, so it doesn't matter. So feet up, twist, go for it. Hands together. So last exercise, really finishing off the core here. So remember, like I said, you can have your feet up, your feet down, you can lean forward, you can lean back as much as you want. And when you're knackered, and we're all done, okay? Just 10 more seconds left. Get your feet up if you can. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dead. Relax. Well done. So that is a strength workout using the bands. And next up, you want to go to the units so you can have a stretch off.